What's up? Miguel Shamwell here again, doing another VOD review. Um, Recording a bit earlier today, just because I have a show match soon, and as you can see here, repping it, you know. But yeah, I have a show match soon, and I really wanted to review these lanes before I start getting ready, practicing, because I think there's first time in a while I felt like real pressure from an opponent, just because they're on my Grandmaster account. So these are like both basically challenger players. One of them's like a challenger Hecarim Renekton 2 trick. This guy's like a challenger mid lane Neeko player. I got filled the top this game, but the lane fundamentals stay the same basically. So yeah, I felt like in this game at the very least, I was just honestly heavily outclassed and just wanted to see exactly what was happening. The other game's interesting. We'll go into it when we get to it. So yeah, just start with this VOD. So first thing to note, going into this, I don't really know how this matchup plays. My assumption was it can play like Kennen, where whoever has priority in the lane can poke the other one off of CS. But as you'll see, either that's just not how these matchups go, or this because yeah, maybe it's not how these matchups go, or this guy's just like way better than me. So hopping right in, like I said, I'm trying to get prior level 1 so I can look to poke him off the melees. So just autoing. Also good to note, I have a slightly better position than the opponent because I have Bush. But yeah, I ended up getting trade on like really hard here. It's a really bad trade for me. I just didn't think about the possibility of Neeko starting E. So when I go into poker off his CS, not only does she get the CS, but she also hits me with the E, gets 2 autos off, and already lane's like kind of fucked. In my head though, I still have prio. I can still look for trades on CS. So as you can see, I'm looking to poker off this. And I think my movements were just really bad there around that CS. I honestly, I didn't know Neeko's equal down here either. Actually, I'm going to look that up really quick while we're on the topic. Just for future reference. Cooldown 12 seconds level 1. So it's been 12 seconds. So I'm trying to think how I should have approached this, because in my head... I just think I was in a bad spot, to be honest. I don't know why I end up moving like this, but I think I should have been moving over here. So let's watch this out one more time. By the way, it's going to be like pretty heavy mechanics just because I'm against good mechanical players and I want to review. So yeah, miss that CS. Waiting for this CS. Then I end up kiting down here. This was kind of just an autopilot move. I wasn't really thinking about it, but yeah, I think this is slightly better because not only do I have this bush to pivot out of, but just like looking at how I have to trade on her from this position is just a lot more awkward because I can't. It's hard. I can't walk at her like this because then these minions are gonna start aggroing me. These minions are gonna start aggroing me. But if I'm walking at her like this, it's a lot safer because I don't have to worry about these minions. And even if these minions do end up aggroing onto me, I can insta drop it in this bush. So yeah, just bad positioning in the lane. End up getting caught out again. Get outspaced really hard here too. I forgot about this. So yeah, there's that hat. And then in my mind, I'm looking to like, I guess I'm just fucking angry. I want to get the trade back while she has no E, but when I go for the right click, she spaces back. I click here to go for this minion, but in reality, I need to click a little further back. I need to click like here basically. So it would go to here, then kill this. Cause now that I clicked here, she gets an auto in on me for basically free. I don't even get to Q her back because I was focused on the minions. Oh, and I just tank another auto here. So as you can see, I'm just getting like, fucking blasted this lane. Like, this is only the second wave, and then already I'm just, I don't know, getting destroyed. So, looking at this now, I'm so low. I don't really want to be pushing. I'm just running at her because I wanted my second Q, I guess, my empowered Q. But It's also worth noting she pointed the Q to the E at a really good angle because my first instinct was to go down, but E still hits me. If I clicked up, that would have been good, but it's just a mind game ultimately. Trying to think. I think after I know she has E, what do you call it? Level 1. So basically from this first trade on, let's go back a little bit. So after this trade, I just have to know the exact cooldown of the E, and every time I know it's up, bait it out before I go for a trade. So how this should look, on this minion, I should be on this pocket here, and then running at her, and then clicking either up or down, depending on where I think she'll throw it. And then once I avoid it, then I can go in for like a harder trade. Instead, I just click at her, like not only from a bad spot, but also without baiting out E, so I end up just getting traded on really hard again. And then the same thing happens here, where I get mad, so I just click at her, and then just get hit by E. She hits Q. She gets the Q off too here. And yeah, this lane's just fucked, like really fucked. Thank God, by the way, she didn't just let it come in, because if she freezes on me here, I think that ends up happening later in the lane, but I just can't do anything. Yeah, I think this is just a skill matchup ultimately. Maybe a little, definitely Neeko favored early just because Vlad's not really doing much. I end up having, you can either say a good sidestep or she fucked up, either way. End up getting away with my life here, and I don't really want to risk getting hit by EQ without pool, so I just stopped the recall, which I think is fine. I think against a worse player, I would have stayed in lane, tried to CS under turret, but the goal is just not to grief right now. So she ends up getting TP advantage over me from this, which is like, it sucks. I just can't take any big trades with her anymore because she can just eat it and then TP back. Okay. I assume she's recall. I think she might end up staying, but she shouldn't. No, she actually recalled. Okay. Saying all the CS I can here. End up getting a decent bit of it. Not all of it, but it's hard. It's Vladimir. CSing under turret perfectly. Anyway, yeah. End up like basically even in CS, which is like fucking godsend, but that isn't gonna stay that way for long just because she has TP advantage over me. So, yep, just looking to crash this wave right now. Either slow push this wave and crash, or just crash this one, depending on how I feel about where the waves are. So oh, this wave's fucked up, I think. She like actually really blasted me. So again, I make the mistake of just instantly going for the trade instead of looking to bait out her E and then go for the trade. Because that one was like honestly a really easy dodge. It's easy to see coming, plus she just threw a trade at me, so it was really easy. So yeah, looking to push this in. If I get hit by another E, I lose. And yeah, I end up wasting pool too. As long I needed to dodge this E, I think I would have been happy, even if I just reacted with pool, that would have been fine as well. Also, interesting to note, I could have canceled my auto and then immediately moved up. But instead, I think I let the auto go through, and then I start moving up, so that ends up me getting hit. So I basically just waste pool here. This is really fucked. And yeah, basically from this point on, I'm so far behind. I don't have TP anymore. It's really hard for me to walk up to break the freeze without dying. And at this point, I'm just basically begging for my jungler to come, soaking XP and praying, basically. I think one thing I did really poorly, like in-game in terms of making adjustments, is that I was kind of panicking, not really thinking about when she would throw E. Instead of just like, oh god, she might throw E at any second. I need to watch out for it. when the thought process needs to be, okay, she's gonna look to E me at specific points in the lane, likely when I'm like autoing CS or some other event in the lane happens. Like for example, watch E me here. Looked like I was running off for CS, so she obviously looked for the E. I didn't. Again, I wasn't being tricky with my movement and knowing when I had to dodge, so I ended up just having to burn pool again. And I also just can't walk up without pool. Also, thank God she wasted flash earlier on the lane, because I would just be dead here. Ugh. Man. I just getting hit by everything then. Also, that's low-key kind of bullshit that hit me, but... So she knows I'm going up for the CS? Oh, she threw it at a really good angle again. Instead of just like throwing it here, she threw it, ended up throwing it down. Interesting to note that I noted earlier that she would throw it down. So maybe if I clicked up, it's more likely that it wouldn't hit me, as opposed to clicking down. But it's like kind of a habit to click down, I guess. Also, maybe could have clicked a little better. But yeah, I'm having to burn flash. At this point, I'm just fucking mad. I'm spam pinging my jungler. I do not want to lose this wave. I thought I could get away with this, to be honest. I have pool up. Plus my jungler's here. I end up griefing here. Kind of hard. She plays it really well. She made it look like she was going towards Nunu, and then she just fucking one-shots me with EQ. Also very surprised that killed me, by the way. Just EQ. So, yeah, wasn't ready for it. End up losing a wave again. Again, doing the thing where I just walk off the trade instead of baiting out E then trading. Because she's very trigger happy on it, it looks like. So I think if I walked up and then moved correctly, I would be a lot further ahead. So yeah, it's just me getting fucked basically. Trying to CS as well as I can under turret while getting hit by everything. I don't know why I'm clicking like this. I need to be moving back and forth here, so it's like 50-50 whether I get hit or not. Instead, I'm just being very linear, I think, with my movements. And this is like, honestly, kind of habit, because I've been playing against a lot of really bad players on my Smurf trying to learn stuff. So, I think it's good I'm playing against these players. So, Neeko ends up inting a shit, taking a bunch of tower hits, so lane's actually playable for me. God bless. She's Zoom. She's low. So I actually know I have a non-zero amount of kill pressure on her. Yeah. It's just kind of push her out. Just kind of to push her out of lane. I get the regen off my ult. Plus, just wasting more and more of her mana. Okay. Also, at this point, I think she fucks up. So what I should just insta-recalled here. Instead, I agreed for the push. And if she had, I think she should have had TP. I don't know if she burned it at some point. I just wasn't paying attention, or she just didn't want to use it. But if she TPs here, she just freezes it, and I can't do anything, and I end up losing another wave. Ultimately, though, I get away with it pretty much unpunished. So, considering where I was just like 5 minutes ago, I'm pretty happy with this lane state. Dude, there's no way that hits me, by the way. Like, what? I don't want to rush that and suck. What? Alright, whatever. Neeko hitbox is bullshit. Got your boy Dom Rom coming up, but I'm just like playing Vladimir with no flash, no ulti. I don't know what he wants me to do. Because if I run at her, it's like obvious there's someone here. And if I don't run at her, it's like still not really able to be killed. So yeah. Only 7 CS down, fucking miraculously. I don't know how that happened. I feel like Neeko's playing the lane mechanically well, but either missing CS or just making poor decisions on waves. So I want to see this. I got hit by this fucking E again. Dude, I just click weirdly. So the idea behind my click, I guess, or is how it works in my head, is I do one click. I don't even know, man. I remember looking at this and thinking it was weird, but I just need to commit to a click, because when I click back and forth, I stand in place, and yeah, it'll just hit me. The idea is once I click down, they'll want to shoot it down, because they think I'm moving down, but then I click up, but I think it's too late. I start clicking back and forth by the time she's already sent it. Okay, I know jungler's coming up here, so I'm looking to trade. Actually end up being able to do a trade off here. Nope. Phase rush, dodge it with phase rush, not bad. This is perfect. I think I knew she was gonna flash. I just didn't know how to react to it. I think I needed to probably flash the Q and then pull the ult instead of in reverse. I ended up pulling the Q and then trying to flash the ult. But ultimately, I'm just too far in range of Neeko at this point. I need to either be clicking out already instead of clicking in for a Q, or did what I said earlier and reverse the order. So yeah, end up resigning to Neeko again. I think Nunu gets the kill, but still pretty bad for me. Oh, okay. This is when they start running it down into me. Can be done after like the next couple minutes of this VOD. So I'm like pretty sure I can fight the Pyke with my Proto Belt here. I have ulti for his ulti. End up getting the quote-unquote outplay there. Big shutdown for me. It's really huge. Get to come back with Sorks. And I think this is another int by the Neeko. Or it's coming up at least. Dude, I suck at dodging skill shots. Holy shit, man. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep queuing these golems whenever I can. Get a little more sustain. Finally, dodge fucking something. Trying to prevent her from hitting the turret so she doesn't get the plate. She ends up griefing here. Get a good dodge. Pull her ult. Get the good read. So finally, fucking came out on top, but required both Pyke and Neeko inting for me to come back from the deficit I was at. So I guess the big thing is, instead of just randomly dodging and just like panicking about when they're going to throw out a shield shot, it's like being realizing they're being calculated about it, so there's a way to play around it instead of it just being completely fucking random. So yeah, let's go into the next VOD. End up winning this game, by the way. Okay, so this match, oh lord, so this is Ignite Shen versus Ignite Renekton. This guy's like hard Renekton 2 trick with Ekram. This guy in the last game actually, but yeah, this guy's pretty well known, just being a Renekton main. I don't really have a strong grasp of this matchup regardless, like, and then also with Ignite factored in, it got weird, but I end up getting a shit ton of jungle pressure early, which helps me out a lot, but I still end up getting solo killed. So 7. End up spacing away until my Q comes to me, then I have shield, then I'm just playing for prio here, which is good. Yeah, looking to deny him off that, or punish him on that CS. Again, looking to pressure. I'm okay taking this trade. End up getting the Q off, and then force flash. So already he fucked up. He walked into my extended trade, so I'm really happy. I'm going to be able to slow push this probably, and then either cheat or recall him, or look to dive top with my fast slow pushing wave. Yep, just slow pushing. I see Lee's top side, plus I know the way it's probably going to be diveable next wave. So in this spot, I want to look to trade on Renekton. I think this was really bad. I should have just immediately taunted onto him. I don't know what I was thinking. Probably wasn't. I guess the thought process is I want to try and W his W, but it the sword has a travel time, so it's kind of hard to do that unless the swords are right next to you. So what I should have done here is E onto him plus Q. Even if the trade doesn't go that well for me because of minions and whatnot, it's fine because I just want to lower his HP value so the dive works out. So he kind of griefs. So this is what I meant. Like, I'm okay taking bad trades as long as I lower his HP. I ended up fucking up though. Took the trade a little too far and then I really did not think he could get away with this in the wave, but I guess he just has enough fury where this is allowed. So yeah, I just ultimately leveled up this wrong skill. God fucking bless the Lee Sin though. Saves my lane. So all this should have played out. This should just be like 100% illegal from him. I don't know why he's walking up here. E onto him. I should short the E by the way, not go all the way so I don't go into turret. E like directly on top of him, get my Q off, get some autos off, then back up. I think his thought was that this is actually kind of smart from him. If he W's my if he has W up when I E on him, I'm just gonna get stunned in the taunt anyway. So how? But the thing is, I saw him clicking forward with W up, so if I was just a little faster, I could click back, and then just wait out his W duration. So actually, maybe this was fine. Maybe I'm not supposed to taunt here. I'm just supposed to Q right now, and then have W on standby while I push the wave. Actually, yeah, I think that's the play. Q right now, have W up, so if I ever see him walking towards me like this, I can just instantly press W. And if I deny that his W, I just he's fucked for sure. So I thought I could get away with extended trading him here, even in minions, because I wanted to lower his HP, but I didn't think about the fact he could just kill me with Ignite. Also, I should have been clicking straight down instead of like this, I think. But it's fine. Anyway, yep, end up getting the kill. Evelyn's top. I think I'm okay to push this just because I have taunt up still, so I can taunt away. Yeah. All really good still. I'm gonna end up having a freeze here as well. Not really looking to trade too heavy with him because he has his thingy. I don't really know when I'm supposed to W in this matchup. I was just like kind of doing it randomly. I think I can look to trade him here. I think I could have looked at. I think the thing is, I just can't be scared of him walking up and then just instantly using W. I have to use W when I'm looking to trade on him, and then immediately taunt out after my W expires. So yeah, just give him a tap on the head. So yeah, as you can see, I'm playing these interactions like really mechanically badly. Like that W, for example. Missed the cannon. I should autoed it without passive once. And this is kind of troll. Lee Sin ends up just killing Renekton here. Honestly, doesn't do much for me. Lee Sin gets 300 gold, but it's slow pushing out into him anyway. He's not missing too many creeps, so it's kind of whatever for me. I think it just kind of tilts him as the edge. So yeah, end up shoving this wave in. I see some fighting's going down there. Ideally, I wanted to force Renekton off his turret / wave because I have my 2-level lead, but bot and or mid and jungle are in our tops, are leaning towards top side because of the Lee Sin, so I end up just not pushing him off the turret. I was thinking about recalling also, but I want to push my level lead. I think I could have just haunted him here. I'm really scared to use my cooldowns against good players, I think. So I think the play is Q, E onto him, get, and then start cutting back. I guess another thing is, though, if I E onto him, he can react with his E. But that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Because if he doesn't react, then it's good. And if he does react, it's like, whatever. It's even. Neutral positive. So I end up taking some chip damage here. I think this is like kind of the thing with arbitrary trades. This wasn't even arbitrary, though. This just could have been done better. I think looking for the trade here is good because I'm up the level. Plus I have Ignite coming up. Plus I pulled my sword through him, obviously, so it's going to be good for me. But I just need to execute better with queuing, taunting, and then walking back. I also end up missing a charge in my queue because I queue while I still have one charge of this up. So I should have autoed, then queued, instead of queue and then autoing. But yeah, lane's still really bad for him. He's kind of trolling. I don't know why I hit S there. Oh yeah, this was just bad. I just tunneled too hard on the trade. It's another problem I have in lane. I just tunnel too much on my trades in my 1v1 instead of making sure to consistently look at the minimap, because if I just click back here, I'm fine for sure. Yep. So I ended up trading bad plus just not staying conscious of my minimap. Yep, looking to slow push this wave. I can probably, like, yeah, I'm getting away with letting him get away with such illegal stuff. Just, he should never be allowed to walk up when I have EQ and I'm up a level. Just, I don't know why I E'd there. That was so random. And yeah, he just stopped playing me again. So yeah, trying to keep an eye on bot where I can. I probably could have gotten away with ulting here, but... Or I probably maybe could have ulted the bard, I just wasn't looking. So yeah, I'm backing up looking for... This guy's just trolling. I know he has ulti up, but I think I win with W. Is this when I get solo killed? Yeah, I just... Oh, man. I knew... I didn't know if he had flash, and B, I didn't know if I was in kill range. So I just took the greedy assumption of one of the two probably isn't true, but both are true, so... Ends up blowing for me. Just get killed here, even after the lead I got. Yeah, he ends up griefing though. Stays way too long. Or I guess my Lee Sin baited him, if that's how you want to put it. I don't know why I stayed on the next wave though. Did he really walk up? Okay, yeah, this guy's just trolling. Thank God I ended up landing this taunt. It was the end of my life. Yeah, get a push in. I think there's one more kill. I either kill him or he kills me. So if there's nothing else, then yeah. I already talked about a decent bit, so. So yeah, I think in both these VODs, it's just need to help my mechanics. I think that was a really bad W. I just don't know when I'm supposed to use W in this matchup. I think it's probably something I'll look into later for sure. Just watch a VOD, but yeah. I think that'll be it for today. Yeah, I wanted to go for about 30 minutes, so I guess the big thing in this, basically between these two VODs, is to be consciously thinking about how the opponent wants to play it and how I want to respond. And then there's a couple layers to that where they're thinking about how I want to respond, so I consider that as well. But yeah, I have a lot to work on mechanically in lane, especially against stronger players. But there's also a lot to learn from. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next couple of VOD reviews where hopefully I'll have more VODs like this where I can dive into nitty gritty stuff. Just because I think that's where a lot of the improvement lies. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.